Alright, for today's video, I wanted to go ahead and do something a little special because I am really excited about this subject and I want to make it kind of entertaining, I don't know, but you know, what have you. But anyways, yeah, like I said, I'm really excited about this project, so I wanted to do some editing. I usually don't like editing because of the rendering time it takes and how I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so it takes a while, and sometimes the quality doesn't turn out as well as just like straight uploading the video because of my editing program. Anyways, so let's do some editing. 3, 2, 1, and alright, now that you can see the picture, you can see that our topic is going to be how to get rid of debt using the snowball effect. And you can see that in the title. Now, I found this info on Dave Ramsey's website. We were looking for some debt stuff. It's a lot of good information. Check it out if you guys find it. You can find the link below in the description box. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. Oh, it's a mouse, it's a mouse, it's a mouse! Click! Alright, we got 4 steps. It's really simple on paper, I guess. But basically, there are 4 steps. First, you want to build a mini emergency savings. Now, this is really important, and you need your budget to work with this. And you want to do this before you start paying off your debt because this will help you. We'll get there next step. But then you want to pay off your debt and really stick to your guns because there'll be times where you're like, oh, I have this extra money, and we'll get to that later again as well. You also want to spend time and celebrate a little bit. You worked hard, and then you want to work on building that emergency savings. Right. Like I said, any amount will do for this. This is very important to start out with. You want to have mini savings, but any amount will do. But remember, the main goal is to pay off your debt. We use $1,000. Is a good amount, and that's what Dave Ramsey suggests as well. It'll protect you, and we've already used it as a possible budget buffer. Our budget sucked, and if your budget sucks, it's good to have there. Last budget we ended up digging into it a little bit. But remember, the faster you build that mini savings, the faster you'll be able to get to debt, and the better it'll be. Because really the goal here is, again, to pay off the debt. So that's kind of all there is about the mini savings. I don't know. Anyone else? Next slide. Next slide. No? I guess they want me to talk a little more. So yeah, how are you guys doing? Oh, alright, so now we're actually going to get off into paying off your debt. Now, as you've probably heard many times already, it's really important to use a budget. It'll really help keep you on track, and it's very important. And you don't have to have a perfect budget. We don't have a perfect budget, and you just want to get a budget going. And then you can really start focusing and drawing your money to where it should go. And now when we're working on paying off our debt, we're going to want to organize this by size, not by interest rate. You might hear a lot of people say, try to pay off your high interest rate loans first. Yeah, that only works in the long run, but you want to have small victories. You're going to pay minimums on all the loans, but the smallest loan, your smallest loan is going to be the one that you pay off first. And these small victories are going to allow you to have motivation to continue saving, because basically you're going to be rolling your payments for the paid off loans into bigger loans. So as you pay off loans, the minimums that you were paying plus whatever you were paying just keeps on rolling, and hence the snowball effect. If you guys understand where I'm coming from here, it's wonderful. It just keeps building, and by the end, you'll see. We'll have an example. Yeah, anyone? I'm sure we'll have an example. But yeah, you wanna build it up because it's easy to get discouraged if you're paying off the bigger loans and you're not getting any ground and you're still paying the same amounts. You do really want to pay off these small loans first. It's really the best way to go about it. So that might be a little complicated. So let's go through a debt example. Now remember, with this you want to have all your amounts written down. We have the interest varying amounts, and we have varying amounts of minimum payments. But remember, we want to kind of try to ignore the interest, so we're just going to head and take that out.
And now we're going to go ahead and organize only by size.
So now you see we have it nice and sized from biggest to smallest, because you're going to start paying off the smallest loan first. But you see we have these two 3,000s down here, and for that we really want to pay attention to the interest. That's the only reason we want to pay attention to interest. So you see these two down here, the 16% and the 4.5%. Really, it's in the right order right now. So we don't have anything good, but be careful. This example can be troublesome because of the $25 minimum for 16. You're paying mostly for interest, so that's why we're going to use that one as the smallest. But remember, the only time to organize by interest rate are when two loan amounts are the same. That's the only time. Alright, stop. Hammer time. Take a break, go walk around, you know, relax a little, let this sink in. Maybe. Go drink some water, and we'll be here for you. Yeah. I'll still be here for you. So will I. Yeah. Me too. I'll be here. Oh, you're back already. Alright, hey, everyone, stop staring. Stop staring. Stop. Alright, where were we? Oh. Alright, that's right. The debt example. Now remember, the main thing is the only time to organize by interest rate is when the two loan amounts are the same. Now we're going to go off through paying off your debt example. Remember, we have our minimum payments, we have our amounts all organized, we have a total now. You know, this example has $56,500 for minimum payments of $500. Now this is what you're paying every month. Minimums, not what you're adding to it. After the minimums are, you know, you've budgeted, figured out the minimums, and you've budgeted, let's say for this example we have $50, which is a smaller amount, but any amount really makes a difference. And this amount, I mean, normally you'll have probably a bigger amount, but for this example, I'll just keep it small and simple. We're going to toss it in there, and you'll see even the small amount will make a big difference at the end. Alright, now basically we want to change all this to monthly payments, and I've already taken and added the $50 to the minimum of $25 in the lowest amount. So we're going to have a total of $550 for monthly payments. This isn't that high comparatively to some loans out there, but it's a good example. And we've totaled all the amounts, and I'm not going to change the amounts for the loans, but normally as you pay off monthly, it'll go down. And I'm just keeping it this way for simplicity's sake, and so that it all stays the same. Right, so now we're going to be taking off the loans one by one. You're paying them off. So you take that amount and you put that over here, and that amount right there is the amount from your previous loan, and that just rolls on to the next loan. That's how you get the snowball effect. So you keep going, and it keeps building up, and your extra amount after budgeting and after minimums keeps going up, and you still pay the same monthly payments, but you keep paying off your debt and you keep building momentum. So you have this 120 here, and it goes on to, just like before, it goes on to the current smallest loan's minimum payment. But you just keep on paying off, and you keep on paying off, and pretty soon all you have left is $550 going towards your biggest loan. That's much better than your minimum payment, and you'll be able to pay off that loan in no time. Alright, so now you paid off your debt. Now what? Well, take a breather. Enjoy the freedom you've earned a little bit. You've worked hard. You've definitely earned it, because this isn't an easy task. Also, feel free to go ahead and go out, spend a little money, and celebrate. And be careful not to celebrate too much. Yeah, you don't want to put yourself back into debt, basically. But feel free. You've earned it. Celebrate. But remember, you do have a main goal, and that is to stay out of debt right now. And there is still work to do with the system. So you ready? Alright, now after this, you build an emergency savings. Now this is going to be like 6 months of pay. And this is really, like he said, you want to have 6 months pay. That's income, basically, what you make per month. That's not what you have in your account, that's what you're making per month. And that'll go along with your budget. You'll figure that out. And you want to times that by 6 to have a decent amount of savings. For this example, we have $3,000 per month for a single person. It means you're going to want to have $18,000 in savings built up. And it's also if you have any sicknesses or injuries or loss of job, or if for some reason you're unable to work, any reason, you want to have that amount built in. Also remember, you can use these on vacations, parties, gifts, but remember, anything you take out of savings, you're going to want to build back up. So it's going to constantly be moving if you keep taking out of it. Also, you remember married people and partners with this income, you want to double the per month. So whatever double whatever your income is total, and then you want to times that by 6 as well, so that you can, just in case you guys are both unable to work or you guys have a loss of job, you basically want to make sure that if anything happens that you can take care of this. And also, just keep that savings shape. But that is it. That is how to get out of debt using the snowball effect. If you guys have any questions, there's a link below. Also, feel free to contact me for this PowerPoint if you want the PowerPoint. But yeah. Oh, send me an email if you want this. Send me an email, personal, your personal message. Anyways, enjoy. Have a good night. And bye.